Sunjin looked at the doctor, pleading with him to tell him if Wobin was going to be fine. The doctor stated that they had been able to remove the bullet, which had caused damage to some of Wobin's vital organs, and that they were doing their best to stabilize him. He added that at the moment Wobin was in critical condition and that he would alert them once he was out of danger. Minsu moved closer and asked if Wobin's condition was promising and whether he was going to be okay. The doctor responded that, as of now, they could not make any promises. He stated that an assessment was being made to determine if Wobin would be going for surgery and that they would be able to give a full update after a few hours. He advised them to wait for now, then comforted them before returning inside. Minsu looked at Sunjin, who was heartbroken. She took his hands and reminded him that he should be relieved Wobin was still alive. She expressed her belief that Wobin was a fighter and wouldn't give up easily, and that he would make it through. Sunjin pulled her into his arms and apologized for their big day turning into a disaster. He blamed himself for not taking the Kim issue seriously and acknowledged that Wobin had tried to warn him. In the end, it was Wobin who got hurt. Minsu reassured him that it was not his fault. She stated that the only person to blame was Kim and expressed her hope that Kim would be caught and justice would be served. Sunjin agreed and held Minsu tightly, grateful for the comfort he found in his wife's arms. Meanwhile, Kim sat in a bush, scared and unsure of what to do. A police helicopter hovering in the sky spotted her with its spotlight. Panicking, she stood up and ran, but the helicopter maintained its light on her. Immediately, the police arrived and began chasing her, pointing their guns in her direction. They instructed her to stop and surrender or they would shoot. Kim froze, unable to believe her life had come to that point, being chased and hunted down like a criminal. The police repeated their instructions, telling her to turn around, raise her hands, and surrender. Terrified and with tears streaming down her face, Kim slowly turned and raised her hands into the air. She looked around and realized she was surrounded. She searched the crowd, hoping to see her uncle, but he was not among the police. Two officers approached and informed her that she was under arrest for the attempted murder of Wobin. They reminded her of her rights, placed handcuffs on her, and dragged her away. As they approached the police cars, a crowd and media personnel gathered around to witness her arrest. Kim tried to hide her face, feeling ashamed and embarrassed, but it was impossible with all the flashing cameras. Among the crowd, she saw her fiancé watching her with hurt in his eyes. Their eyes met briefly, and Kim felt a wave of guilt for betraying and hurting someone who had only shown her love and care. Her fiancé kept his eyes on her until she was placed in the police vehicle. As the car drove away, Kim looked out the window, overwhelmed by the reality of her situation. She began to hope and pray that she would make it through somehow. She didn't want to go to jail. She couldn't bear for her life to be destroyed.